It's a momentous occasion. Our first diamond, baby. Just gotta wait for the light to wear off. Wow, that's disappointing. But, little victories, I suppose. Maybe I should reduce the amount of RAM Minecraft uses. That seems contradictory, but the less RAM Minecraft's allocated, the more RAM can be spent on other things on the computer. And I do like to do a lot of other stuff. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So every 20 blocks. Let's go. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One, one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice.
Are we on? Hey! Alright, so yeah, welcome to Only Up, the game where the goal is to go only up, and if we go down at all, that's not going to be so good. So my name is Mitris. I am a speedrunner of various games that make you rage, from this to Sekiro and Elden Ring later, and I'm here with my co-commentator.
Hello, I'm Maxi Lopes. I speedrun horror games, but I know a lot about this one.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Starts out a little slow, so it'll give us some time to explain some things as we are going. And yeah, so the time will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so first thing I need to do right away, we have to change some of the settings before we get started. Going to run this game in 120 FPS. Just works a little bit better that way. And I change a camera setting to put it right behind the shoulder. If you've played the game casually, you'll know it starts out kind of weirdly off to the side and makes the jumps a lot harder to do. The basic goal of going only up in this game, aside from, of course, just taking the intended paths, is that we're going to try to use all these beds as shortcuts. So I'm trying to basically find all of the bed locations and get them. Luckily, I know where they all are. I have played this game before, and ooh, this is an awkward spot. I'm gonna have to take a little backup elevator here, but not the end of the world. All right. So yeah, this game basically. It came out, it took the whole internet by storm, and there is a good reason for that, because it is so difficult, and anytime that you make a mistake in this game, you fall down a lot. So you can see I've already made my first mistake here, got it out of the way, and we had to go back up. As we get higher and higher, that's just going to get worse and worse. If I make any more mistakes, we might be falling down a very, very long way. That one's not too bad. A little bit of a fall there, though. All right, Maxie, take over for me a bit. I'm
Need some concentration time.
Yeah,
these
concentration.
pipes. So these pipes, yeah, they're not too easy. Nothing's really easy in this game. As Mitch said, this is one of those esteemed kind of rage games. Getting over it was kind of maybe not the first of its kind, but definitely the most popular of its kind. And then came along Jump King and many others. Only Up is just kind of an addition to that long library of games where the challenge is to go up, and we're climbing various weird objects in the sky. It's a very weird looking game at first, and it also controls very strangely. So Mitch is going to be doing a lot of cool stuff that makes this look a lot easier than it really is. Mm-hmm. So there's another one of those bed shortcuts there. That one is just going to skip a little bit of platforming on a literal train platform. And he's going to jump over this railway here. And it's funny, the developer actually put in an extra bed on this railway a few weeks after the game started getting a lot of traction. So yeah, thanks for that, because that's faster. Yeah. Which is going to do a really cool technique with this bed.
Yeah, the developer basically had to change this game several times, but every time that they did it, except for the very final time that they changed it, they made sure the speedrun was just as fast. Now, for this bed, I jumped off it once, but I'm actually going to jump off it a second time and use a little slow-mo to set myself up to just the right position. If I can get it, that should do it, and we can fly all the way over to here. Let's go.
Beautiful. Yeah, so using the momentum from falling all the way down from the first bed jump, hitting the railing to get the different direction, you just get so much momentum in a completely different direction.
Yeah, that is how speedrunners have taken this game from just getting up pretty quickly and using the developer-intended bed shortcuts into something that can be very, very broken by abusing momentum and abusing the physics engine of the game. So you'll see that a lot more later, but that is our first taste of it. So as we come up here, time for maybe 1 or 2 donations real quick here.
Absolutely. I have a $25 donation from Overga Dave. Let's go up Mitch, thank you so much for your donation. And I also have a donation of $20 from Skeleton Toucher. I see Maxie on the screen. I donate. Good luck to Mitch's. Hype. Thank you so much for your donation.
All right, so as we come here into the oil refinery, we can talk about the different movement options that we do have. So the movement options are pretty limited in this game. We basically only get to do movement, we get to do jumps, we get to do these mantles on things like beds here where we kind of climb up here, and we have a crouch that we're going to do. But that's about it. We don't have a whole lot of options for our movement. And so basically we're going to try to avoid the slow things. So we're going to try to avoid mantling most of all. So here I'm going to do a little roll instead of grabbing onto the edge there, and it saves us a little bit of time. So in general, we prefer movement over everything, jumping if we have to, rolling if we have to, and then mantling is our sort of last priority that we try to avoid. So right there, I did a roll that actually... what rolling can also do is to gain you a little bit of height. So in that case, it gained us just enough height that I could get that mantle onto there and do a little shortcut. Here I'm going to show off some momentum, if I can, do some bunny hops. Let's see if I get it.
1, 2, 3,
4. A little short.
Still really good, though.
Still pretty good, yeah. If I hit that bed, keeping all that momentum, we would have flown pretty far forward, but now I just have to hit this jump. Ooh, a little scary. And move on here. All right. We're coming up on our first kind of big skip, not a bed, but something different, a momentum skip, where there is a wind turbine that's going to be spinning with its blades, and I'm going to try to land perfectly on the spinning blade and jump off of it to get a bunch of momentum and send me forward. All right, as I get there, I'm going to use a little slow motion. There's slow motion built into this game that can make some of the scary moments a little bit easier. The world record doesn't use slow motion at all, but I definitely need it. This game is so scary. So
most people need it.
Absolutely. So I'm going to try to jump off at a very particular time to land on one of these rotating wind turbine blades here. Let's see if I can get it. Jump off here. Use some slow motion to get myself in just the right spot and grab onto it. Excellent. And when I jump off, there we go. Look at all that momentum.
Good launch.
Slow-mo as I land so I don't slide off there, and there we go. Excellent.
So another cool thing that you'll see right there is these rolls. If you do them mid-air, you're actually
It'd be nice if
canceling
one
your
of these
momentum,
puffs
and so you can kind of
just so
direct it
happened to be an
somewhere else in
iron
a different direction. So we just did
cluster.
that.
There was another double bed I could have done right there, but it only saves time if I grab something on the way up, and unfortunately I didn't get the grab, so I'm just going to do a single bed there.
So I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that
it's
little
these
thing that you have to
puffs
grab
that
is-
signify
well, it's quite
whether or
little.
not
It is very
there
little.
may be an iron cluster.
All right, no worries though. This section is a little scary because, as you can see, there is nothing below me if I fall, but these cars are fairly stable, so hopefully no issues here. All right. As we get to the end here, excellent. So we're coming up on another skip here where we're going to use a trampoline, and we're going to try to keep our momentum, and we're going to actually gain more momentum by being pushed by some tree branches. So if I do it just right, I can land all the way quite a bit further. If I do it a little bit wrong, it'll be okay. We'll just have to do a bit of a backup. But let's see if I can do it. I'm going to use some slow-mo here for this jump because it's a little tight on the timing. Got it. Excellent. And now the trampoline. Hopefully I can line it up just right. That's why I've got this crosshair here on the screen to help me line these up just right. Use slow motion. Send it forward. Good momentum. And made it.
Nice.
Let's go. Okay. Now we've got a little elevator to ride, so for our elevator music, can we get some donations?
If I can push the button, absolutely. I have $50 from Super Spicy Turo, only up, just like our donation total. Come on, chat, let's get that secret dog ending and $250,000 raised by the end of day 2. $250,000 hype. Thank you so much for your donation. We are now at 5,393 out of 10,000 needed for the secret dog ending. So let's keep those donations coming in for that. And thank you so much for helping raise money for such a wonderful foundation.
All right, excellent. And we're coming up on another double bed skip. This one is a little bit more interesting because not only am I going to bounce on the bed, but I need to have perfect backwards momentum. So I'm going to line myself up a bit in front of the bed, and as I come in, use slow motion, get just right spot, send it backwards, and here we go, flying very far. But the skip's not over yet. We're at another trampoline, so that means another bounce. All the way back. And land just right. There we go. Got the skip.
Beautiful.
All right. Now we are just riding this elevator. At the bottom there, we actually skipped a little platform that says, "Oh, you won the game," but it's actually only halfway up, or a little less even. But yeah, as we're riding this elevator up, time for some more donations.
Absolutely, and I was able to hit the button this time, so that's great. I have a $25 donation from Ellen that says the dog ending incentive can go only up from here. Can we start a dollar train for Silent Hill? Thank you so much for your donation. I have $50 from Bixel925. Glad to see donations to go only up. Thank you again so much. $25 from Gray and Argentus. What direction are you supposed to go in this game? I'm not sure, actually. Honestly, if someone could help me out with that. Chat, audience, what direction? Thank you so much. I had no way of knowing. Johnny V donates $50. Left? No. Right? No. Down? Heck no. Only one way, baby. Thank you so much for your donation.
All right. I'm coming up on a little sort of stair section that is a little bit weird. If I do
This
just the
lava
right
pool
movement, I
looks
won't
like
get stopped. I
a
got stopped once.
Dinosaur.
No more, hopefully. Good. Okay, only stopped once on those stairs is pretty good for that section. And for a little ways, we're going to be playing this game more or less how it's intended. We're just going to be running and jumping on things. We've got a little while till we get to our next big skip. So if you play this game casually, this is sort of more what it would look like. Just running and jumping on things. Mantling is what we call it when you climb on things. And in this case, running along a giant skeleton that's a little bit thin. Hopefully I don't fall off. I've got to concentrate here. So time for some more donations, I think.
Absolutely. I have $25 from Crimson Tinted, AGDQ only up, and
we
Mitrid's
go
a
to a
winning
different
combination.
direction.
As an avid enjoyer of Mitrid's runs, I can assure you that saying ooh during the run brings him good luck. Thank you all so much for the work that you do. I have a feeling there's a story behind that, and I have a feeling that is not the case, but thank you so much for your donation. Curious about that story, though.
I'm curious about that story as well. Anyway, moving on to this section here where there is a bit of a meme in the Only Up community that this Jesus statue, you can't actually go along the left side, just parkour along his chest, but it's really difficult and saves like half a second if you do it perfectly, so I'm not doing that. I am sorry to the meme enjoyers, but no left side Jesus today. But we will ride on Jesus' hand and get on a particular finger that's going to be the closest and let us jump off a little early when we get there.
This?
But in the meantime, this midsection is a lot of waiting around, so a few more donations.
Absolutely. I have $25 from Fuzzy that says, dog incentive, greetings from Tucson. Thank you. I understand why you submit that donation. Again, I'm really bad with city names. But thank you so much. We are now at $6,103 out of $10,000 for the secret dog ending. There's a hidden ending. It involves a dog. It is cute. I don't think I need to tell you anything else. That's all you need to know. Dog. I have $50 from Luna Listier that says, let's bring that incentive for secret dog ending up. Thank you so much for your donation.
All right, so
just
just
another
past
dog.
here, I can jump off,
Dang
and
it.
then I'm going to get to one of the scariest parts for me in the game, the tables, so I'm going to have to concentrate here. If Maxie, if you've got anything to add as I'm doing this tables section.
Yeah, so this table section definitely has some scary moments, some thin platforms. Mitch is going to definitely do one safety stride here, which he practiced very well. He's going to line up here, do double jump, get on the book. Yeah, perfect, yeah. Continue up the library, and go up these stairs. These stairs are so flashy. Look at this, look at the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a bunch of floating books, and this upcoming area. Funny story: when this game first came out, this sun that you see here, it's going to have a huge like ring around it, like a platform ring. But there was another one that kind of acted like a wall, but he forgot to put collision on the wall, so everybody was just running through it, and there was like this whole platforming section with all the planets and stuff, and he just took it out, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, defeat. But yeah, no, that section's just totally taken out, so he's going to go to the chess pieces now, which are fairly standard, a little wonky, but mantle a few times, not too bad.
And we are coming up on actually the very final trick of the game. Now, if you've played the game, you're probably thinking, what, you're not at the end. You're maybe like 2/3 of the way up, maybe 3/4 of the way up at most. But we've got a little trick up our sleeve. So there's another one of these shortcut beds placed here from the developer. But we are going to take it to a place that the developer definitely did not intend. So for this skip, I have to set the FPS down to 30. And I have to do a very particular jump here. I'm going to line it up with the crosshair. And you can go into first-person mode to line it up. Ignore the jankiness of the first-person camera. And use some slow motion even to land on the head of this dinosaur. And I've got to stand in a particular spot. I only have a few seconds to do this, but with slow-mo it kind of gets extended to around 10 seconds, and I have to get into just the right spot. The character's going to kind of shift their weight a bit, so I have to reshift my spot after they shift their weight a few times, and if I can get it just right, the dinosaur is about to activate. I crouch down.
Here we go!
And we get sent only up. That's right. All the way into the sky. Here we go.
Stuff like this in speedrunning is so cool.
Absolutely. And from here, unfortunately, we must now go back down to the final platform. We are too high up. We have surpassed it, and we're falling back down. So as we're getting back down, this is the final bits of the run. As soon as we land, it's going to be time. So I'll make sure to get my thank yous out of the way. Thank you to GDQ for having me, and especially for having me for another run later. Thank you to the Only Up community that has kept this game alive. Even after getting delisted on Steam and all that, they have kept this game alive and still continue to run it, and they're so passionate. Time, by the way.
GG.
Thank you. What was the time on that run, brother? 16:36. Wow, that is quite a run. That is quite a run. But yeah, thank you to the Only Up community. Thank you to just the speedrun community in general being so welcoming and so awesome, and just the greatest place to spend your time. I wouldn't want to have any other hobby other than speedrunning. It is so much fun, and yeah, that's about it. I'll save maybe some more of my speeches for the end of Sekiro versus Elden Ring, which, by the way, you are not going to want to miss. Both of those runs are absolutely ridiculous. We break the games in so many ways. I'm kind of rooting for Sekiro because it's a little bit nicer for me to run, but at the same time, the Elden Ring run is just so ridiculous. I kind of want to show it off. I don't even want to spoil what's coming, just in case it does win. But yeah, whichever one wins, it'll be awesome, and I will be doing that on Saturday. So with that, I think we're all good to get out of here. Thank you all so much. See you later. Bye-bye.
We've gotten enough diamonds for now. I still want more iron though. But it was not meant to be, alas. I think east is the lucky side, not west. What the hell?
As I explained, some other intricacies of the run that are going to be important if you want to watch runs in the future. If you watch, for example, Player 5 right now, other top runners like Lovely Series or Serious Challenges or Red Slay, they will probably scan an amiibo right there at the code section, hoping to get a topaz. Now, I will also scan an amiibo here in a bit and retry it until I get this topaz to show you the fastest strats available, because this topaz allows us to set up a glitch a little bit faster than without the topaz. Without the topaz, you would need 4 weapons, which is why I picked up the stick earlier, and a pretty intricate menu glitch to set up something called Arrow Smuggle. Arrow Smuggle is our newest movement trick that we use in the game in these early versions to fly around. We're going to be using it in Fuse to skip a cutscene. We're going to be using it to fly all the way from Fuse to Ultra Hand later. So previously what runners would do is they would pick up this other tree branch, the tree branch we got earlier from the Room of Awakening, and then one more here and then enter Fuse. I will drop all of these because I will show you the fastest strats and scan some amiibo here in a second until I get a topaz. Another thing I wanted to explain is duplicating bombs. On version 1.0, if you try to duplicate a bunch of bombs at once, you will usually blow yourself up. For some reason, bombs work differently in this version than, for example, version 1.1. I think Player 5 recently made a video about the version differences, which is why you would normally see runners duplicating 2 bombs at most at once on that wing as they fly here. I will get myself up to 6 bombs, which is where I would usually be if I was doing a normal speed run. So I will make a cut here and basically scan Amiibo until I get a Topaz. You will see top runners, they will have 8 of the same Topaz. This is usually the Amiibo. Yeah, this is usually the Daruk Amiibo. To get the Topaz, I only have 1 of them, so I'm going to have to retry this, and I will basically continue this explanation of the cool tricks once I get the Topaz. But you will see in the future, runners will probably kill their runs here if they run the Amiibo category. In no Amiibo, you would just pick up the sticks and then grab a ruby in this cave right here, basically in between Fuse and Ascent. But I will show you the Topaz strats and why it's fast in just a bit. This took about 10 attempts, which is pretty much what you would expect, as a Topaz is a 10% chance of spawning. Once again, top runners will actually have multiple Daruk Amiibos available to them, will scan until they get the Topaz. Now, I will duplicate the Topaz once. Normally, you would do that on the wing as you fly here, and then enter Fuse, where we will learn about the newest movement tech in Tears of the Kingdom speedruns. So the Fuse shrine goes a little bit like this. We start off by dropping a bomb and fusing it to our shield, and then run up towards the wall doing a shield jump, and then as soon as the shield jumps kind of mid-air, we take out 5 bombs, dupe them, and go into a neutral dive, where we pick up the bombs other than 1. We then fuse that bomb onto our shield, and then go into our menu to unfuse the dragon head from the shield I picked up earlier after Ascent. This will also equip this shield. We crouch dash off this platform, which gives us a little bit of extra speed, and pick up bows and arrows, and then shoot a bomb arrow at the eye of the chest here, which will allow us to basically pick up the key more efficiently as the chest flies towards us. On the way to the chest, we actually get rid of all of our arrows for the arrow smuggle trick I keep talking about. This will make it so that we can efficiently move around with it, and then pick up the key to open the upcoming door. I will then put a bomb on the ground, which will automatically make our menu go to the bombs, do a shield jump, and duplicate 5 bombs, which I can do here because we are on the water. Fuse 1 bomb to our shield, and walk towards the door. Now we're doing a very complicated setup to get into the arrow smuggle flight. Start by opening up the door and then preparing to shock Link himself by shooting a Topaz. Just before he gets shocked though, I pull out my bow by pressing ZR. I then drop my shock stick, turn Link around, unpause and pause the game. Now I will drop one of my bows, equip another, walk away with a bow stuck to my feet, drop another bow, equip another bow, unpause, pause, drop another bow. Now I have 2 bows stuck to my foot. I will then pick up the Topaz broadsword again, and it's very important. I have currently 2 bows stuck on Link's feet. I can only pick up one of them, otherwise the glitch will not work going towards the late game. I'm about to pick up one of them as I'm doing this next shield jump to skip the cutscene with the construct inside the shrine. This will be the first time you see the arrow smuggle flight movement. Watch this. Just skip the cutscene of the construct fight, and we can leave this shrine now. You still see this bow stuck to my feet. As soon as I press A here to examine the shrine, Link will smuggle this bow and the state where he's able to do these crazy jumps that you just saw everywhere in the game until he either dies or you reload a save file. This bow will be basically smuggled to Link's back, so I can take this state wherever I go in the game, all the way to the final boss. In the future, we might even use this strategy in the final boss fight. Now, normally, you would do a very intricate jump to set up the next arrow flight all the way over to the Ultra Hand Shrine. I instead will kind of show you how this bow works and how this arrow smuggle flying works for a little bit, and then I will go back into the shrine and set up the trick that allows us runners to go to Ultra Hand fast in the next clip. But I wanted to talk about arrow flying a little bit at first. So now you can see the bow is no longer stuck to Link's feet, but if I press the aiming button, you see that Link is pulling out an invisible bow. He's currently aiming with nothing in his hand. And this is what we're going to use. Now, that alone wouldn't be useful, but what makes this powerful is that it allows us to cancel jump attacks quick. So, for example, when I'm pulling out my bow and holding the
Maybe I
shield button
should
at the same time,
change the way,
and I
because I'm
jump,
pretty sure it's the
I can
mini-map
press
that's
Y to
causing
jump
all this
attack,
lag.
and then pull out my
It has to
invisible
load
bow.
the new
So if I basically go back and
level of
forth
map
between doing those jump attacks and aiming
and
with our
stuff.
invisible bow again, we can kind of hop in the air, kind of skipping a little bit like this. Now, why this is good is because it allows us to preserve our speed. So in this next clip, I'm going to set up a very precise position with a bomb shield jump facing towards the Ultra Hand Shrine. Doing the bomb shield jump onto the slope, which will blast us towards Ultra Hand quickly, and then using the arrow smuggle flying to preserve that momentum all the way to the shrine. Now, as you can see, Ultra Hand is a little bit higher than my current position, and we need to do this smuggle trick pretty quickly. The skipping, as showed, we have to do pretty quickly in quick succession. And it's actually so precise, I'm going to need some sort of metronome to be able to make it to the shrine without dying. And what I mean without dying, I don't want to be too low, or I'll fall into the abyss. I don't want to be too high, or I'll take too much fall damage. So I will actually use some sort of metronome to make it from here to Ultra Hand. The way I will do this is by playing specific music. I actually have a specific song, so I'm going to set up now my music for the next section, and I'll show you how this looks. Once again, I'm about to start playing music, which kind of acts as a metronome for me to hit the trick consistently. I will now do 4 side hops to the left, 2 parries, aim at the shrine into another parry, and then here we go.
Damn.
You can see this trick is very precise, which is why I essentially wasn't able to talk at all, because I had to focus exactly on the beat. You are not allowed to mute game audio here during speedruns, which kind of throws you off as well. I could technically listen to the song on a different headphones, but I wanted to show you the song. By the way, Margarita by Cloud None and Direct just sped up to 132 BPM to exactly get this movement right. And obviously this looks super cool and it's very hype, but it is precise and can easily fail. But this is our first major use of arrow smuggle flying. You could see basically I used all of the crazy speed from the bomb jump and used the arrow jumping to carry it all the way over here to the Ultra Hand Shrine. And from now on out, we're going to be using this jump all over the place.
I'm just gonna start using charcoal from now on.
Once in Ultra Hand, we immediately have another candidate for this jump. We're going to be positioning Link right here, aim specifically into the distance, and then make sure that his left foot is barely on the slab, and performing another instant shield jump. With this speed, we can do a little bit of a more relaxing arrow smuggle flying, because we don't want Link to get too high here and carry the momentum all the way over. This one is not precise at all because the height doesn't really matter, and we will reach the end of the shrine. Another nice use of arrow smuggle flying. So this next one is a bit spicy. After leaving the shrine here, we are going to be doing another one of those wing landings by doing a backflip and then landing onto a wing like this. After this material box is over, we're going to run to the top of the wing, immediately do a neutral shield jump, and then use the arrow smuggle flying to make it to the door.
It seems it's
of
not
Temple of
saving.
Time, like this. Now, once we open this door, we're going to get the recall power, then go to the door, go back to the recall shrine where the next arrow smuggle flying will be. So I'm going to just skip up ahead because you won't really be missing much until then. The arrow smuggle flight in recall is actually really cool, because if you do it just fast enough, you'll be perfectly on the cycle to make it through the door. Let's see if we did it here.
Sure, damn.
We moved just in time to be able to make it into the door here as the two hands overlap making for a really clean cycle, allowing it to beat the Ricochet when extremely quick. One cool strat some runners do after returning to Temple of Time with the same strategies once
Maybe
Rico
by
is
a
beaten
reload.
is a super jump. By shield surfing on this patch right here and then slowing Link down, you can equip a bomb shield, drop it, and then press B and X in quick succession. You see how high I got with this bomb shield jump? By now spawning a wing, I can dive onto the wing, and then take this wing over to the wheel to kind of save some extra maneuvering. Sometimes you could even make it all the way to the statue. From here, all that's left to do is essentially talk to the goddess statue, get to 4 hearts, open the door, and finish the Great Sky Island, which kind of marks the real beginning, that kind of marks the beginning of the late game of the run. I'm not super good at the late game, so in order to explain these strats in the late game efficiently, I'm going to pull up the current world record, which by the time of recording this video is by player 5, a 41-minute and 36-second time, and explain the rest of the cool strats runners do to beat the game fast. So I'll see you after a little bit of a cut when we talk about the end game for the run. So after opening this door here and finishing the Great Sky Island, player 5 will perform one more arrow smuggle flying jump by launching a wing and then shield jumping onto it, doing what I've explained to you the entire time, basically just to close out this gap to the end of the Great Sky Island. And he will then interact with this light ball, essentially start playing again, land on a wing, and will make his way towards Hyrule Castle. He does something called wing duping here, where you dive off the wing to duplicate more of these topaz very efficiently. This is basically so that you can, normally obviously duping always loses time because you open up your inventory, making it so that the game is basically frozen, but in a little bit of that meantime where you go and collect the topazes from the ground again. With this method, this is more efficient because you're already moving towards the right direction. You will then do a shield jump and use that shield jump's momentum to do more of those little arrow flights towards Hyrule Castle, getting closer and closer. And then one thing that's worth explaining here is that you can actually use the state of arrow smuggling to fall damage cancel. This is similar to the fall damage cancel that was found a long time ago, where you cancel a jump slash. That's literally what arrow smuggle flying does. He will basically line up here to make sure that he's at the balcony of Hyrule Castle, pull out his bow, and then the way this is done, and I will slow this down a little bit, is by doing the jump attack, diving, and then cancelling your dive. You see him dive here, then he's going to cancel the dive, and he won't take any damage. He will now pick up some arrows again. This will make the out of bounds clips here a little bit easier. Line up Link on this wall with his right hand on the middle of this kind of like Triforce crest, do 3 jumps up and perform the first clip out of bounds. We use the arrow smuggle flying once again to clip out of bounds here by letting go of the ceiling, aiming, and basically keep pressing the jump attack button. You can actually see his input display here. He's going to keep pressing Y. That's what I've been doing. And then as soon as he is high up enough, he's going to do a shield jump, which will clip him out of bounds. It looks like he may have lost a little bit of time here in his current record. He did actually get a topaz very first try in this run, which is why another reason this run is so incredibly fast, other than player 5's incredible skill. Then he's going to walk upright and jump out of bounds into Hyrule Castle. This out of bounds move is pretty cool, so I want to show you it. You can basically dive straight down into the army by maneuvering through that section that normal players will run down to get to the final boss fight of the game, dodging these routes specifically. Once you get closer to where the normal beginning of the army is, he's going to perform one more fall damage cancel using the same strategies as previously to land right here. Now from here what he's going to do is he switches to recall, which is going to be needed for the army fight, as we can cancel our main version of dealing damage, which is throwing gemstones, a little bit more efficiently, and then removes his shield. This will make it so that Link ragdolls like this. This is the classic Link ragdolling animation. Link, being in this ragdoll animation, is gonna allow him to clip through this wall again. There's technically a wall here from the other side. By doing this, he's gonna clip in once again into bounds, and he will be able to do the army fight right now. He's gonna do one more fall damage cancel, because it's actually faster to land up here to trigger the army fight even faster, and will then begin the army fight. The army fight is a very technical section of the run, because every single missed throw here will kill Link. What you want to do here is you want to make sure that you press recoil just after throwing these gemstones, which will automatically allow Link to throw another gemstone again. So at this point he's just going to be spamming throws, cancel them with recoil as soon as the throws go out, making sure that he doesn't die. The entire army fight is pretty much exactly this, with some interesting items that he picks up. He picks up a boss book Hopeland Horn, he picks up a Royal Halberd, in fact 2 Royal Halberds to set up the damage that we do to kill Ganon. He almost died there, thankfully you don't take damage in the Moblin section. And he also picked up a Black Lizalfos Horn. From here, he's going to go down to the left side of the army and perform another clip, using the same strategies after doing something called Zagling. Zagling has been in the game for a long time. This is essentially a trick where you stack weapons on top of each other to do absurd damage. He then fuses the Black Osbogo Horn to this weapon. This Zaggled stacked weapon will allow us to kill Ganondorf in essentially one shot per phase. Also keep in mind the language is Russian here because Russian is fastest. You will perform one more of these arrow smuggle flying clips right here to make it past the boss wall. It's worth to note that you can actually not skip the army fight with the same strategy. The Ganondorf boss fight trigger won't be active until essentially you have beaten the army fight. Now when the bosses spawn for some reason, the developers didn't really think about this, and you can clip out of bounds and actually reach the Ganondorf fight. He's going to do one more of these clips to make it behind the big red wall, and then go to a very specific position to set up one last arrow fly. By doing a bomb jump right here, he's going to be blasted towards Ganondorf, making sure that he has no stamina when he does this. If he had any stamina at this point, he will go to bullet time every time he pulls out his bow, because he actually has arrows again this time around. That helped him to do the clips earlier more efficiently, so he intentionally ran out of stamina to once again use the same strategy that I've been telling you about this entire video to make it to Ganondorf. Ganondorf itself is super easy. With this Zaggled weapon stack that you can kind of see in Link's hand right here, you absolutely demolish him. A single flurry rush per phase will kill him. As you can see here, you do the same thing in phase 2. And then you do the same thing in phase 3. And Ganondorf is dead. From this point out, the last strategy remaining is the Demon Dragon 2 cycle, which is also pretty cool to look at, and one of the most tense sections in a run. After obtaining the Master Sword, which is obviously something that always happens in every single run, Player 5 is going to jump off Zelda immediately here by spamming X, and then do some of these Mostor slashes. 4 Mostor slashes while, I think it's actually 5, while facing towards the Colosseum in the back of the Great Plateau. He then drops the Zaggled weapon stack and switches back to the Master Sword to make his damage at Dragon weak points consistent. Lands next to the eye and hits it 3 times. And positions him 4 times, sorry, 3 times will happen soon. While he positions himself in this corner, this eye is about to blast him up into the sky. He goes into a dive and then spawns a wing. Now he's going to hold forward to land on the wing and place his Lizalfos Horn on the wing that he then fuses to the Master Sword. This increases the Master Sword's damage, making dealing damage to Demon Dragon more efficient, allowing us to go for the fast 2 cycle. He was a little bit slow there, so he was a little bit scared about this. He's going to jump to eye number 2, hit it quickly, and then jump off. This was cycle number 1. We've already killed 2 of Demon Dragon's eyes. He knows that he's fine here by looking at Zelda's position. This is important for the next part of the trick. Now you wait until Zelda takes you up, jump down, and dive perfectly to the 3rd eye. Kill eye number 3 and walk up to the right, get blasted up once again, and land on another wing.
Feed it to the fishies.
Take this wing over to eye number 4, which you can also 3-shot with this powered up Master Sword, and then do a chain of backwards Mostor slashes towards the center of this fight. This is where Zelda will pick you up once again, carrying you up to the head of Demon Dragon, allowing you to beat the game. Now, one important thing to note here is that Player 5 is going to do some hits on the Secret Stone here, and for the last hit, he is going to jump away and fire a beam into Demon Dragon's Secret Stone. This will allow him to be mid-air when he does the final hit on him, making this next black screen here much faster.
Definitely a big goal.
He is excited about potentially going too fast here compared to his normal splits. This black screen, if you are not mid-air, can actually take 7 seconds, so you get that fast transition if you are mid-air during that last hit. And that's pretty much the late game of Tears of the Kingdom. And with that, all that is left to do is to finish the run. With the Topaz amiibo strats that I mentioned and 1 or 2 new discoveries, the movement and tricks for this run are finally getting really cool. Probably fast enough to soon beat the game in under 40 minutes. To see that happen live, you should probably follow Player 5's channel. But I'm trying to break into the top 10 myself again on twitch.tv/libcube. So if you want to see all of these tricks, but you obviously all understand now live, come over. I also recently may have discovered the most fun way to replay and speedrun Tears of the Kingdom, and will make a video about that one soon. But if you want to know what that is early, you can probably already catch me do it on my live stream as well. Yeah, and sorry for the lack of uploads recently. Tears of the Kingdom as a speed game didn't really click with me last year, but with all of these new tricks and ways to play the game, I'm actually really excited to upload a bunch of videos and ideas I'm working on, so if you want to see them first, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
How come I can turn on slime chunks in the minimap but not on the big map? What? Okay. May have gone overboard with the axis a bit. I wonder if this will work for modded trees. Amazing. Ba ba ba. Jeez. What sort of blocks can I make with these? I like the texture. Ooh. Me likey. Can't use them as fuel either. What the fuck? Sticks are literally worthless. Oh, you can't turn these into blocks. Interesting. What happened to the crafting recipes? I just realized I need a diamond pickaxe to mine obsidian, which I need for the enchanting table. Whoops. What are you doing here? Car man. But you don't have any cars. A sombrero? I guess I'll just. I'm gonna guess that that's the best place to put that.
Last for a little bit, but not forever. But if I really want to survive, I need a stable supply of resources like stone and wood, and I have to know where a forest and basalt are. So I spent the rest of day 3 creating a tunnel that connects the forest where I spawned and the basalt where I'll find my stone. There's no safe place to set up shop in the Nether, but I did find a nice spot near the forest where we won't have to worry about our pigs. It's high up and there's a pretty low ceiling, so gas shouldn't be an issue here. And I hate gas. Yeah, there's pigs, but they're too fat for doorways. If you take your time, they aren't an issue. And I didn't feel truly safe until I added a wall, but now I feel better. I may save much. It's just a netherrack hole, but it's safe, and that's worth a ton in the Nether. Day 5, I spent some time cleaning up the area. There were tons of pits I could fall into. The trees were pretty overgrown. It needed a trim. I also feel a lot better about the pigs in the open. With the trees, they can sneak up on you, and they're really dangerous. The pigs turn out to be a pretty good food source. I already have 22 pork chops, which is good food even by overworld standards. You know, killing the pigs is fine, I guess, but I want to farm them. Nether pigs farm like overworld pigs, only they'll murder you if they get the chance. I use the pressure plate system to very easily trap my first pig. Then I walled it off in its own partition so I can get the second pig without the first one killing me. And after separating this family of pigs, now I have 2, and I'm ready to breed. You know what's kind of nice is the pigs don't attack you while they're breeding, so I was able to get rid of that fence in the middle. Hey, there's the baby. Time for some inbreeding. Let's go! Meanwhile, I'm some piglins. It's one of the only ways to get essential items in the Nether. And now with a little more security, I think it's time to branch out my Nether tunnels. Tunneling is definitely not the fastest way to get places in the Nether, but it's easily the safest. And with good access to stone and wood, I can basically tunnel forever. After a good bit of tunneling on day 8, I found myself a Nether fortress, and now I have a nice road right there. I'm really in no rush to take out that fortress, though. I can always go to it. I have a road. It's convenient. So day 8, I put down some slabs in my house. Call this a house. It's a house in the Nether. You know, the Nether, where everything can kill you and everything does. It's nice to have space. Take a breath, relax, sort of just chill. But it's just a little deep fried I just wanted to get the Nether fortress tunnel all the way to the fortress to make it as safe as possible, and I had enough netherrack carving. But there ain't too much usable footage from day 9 because my computer hates me. But day 10, I'm going in. Slow. I'm trying to to die on my first nether fortress. Got myself a blaze rod on the first blaze I killed, that dream mug. Took my time, built barriers where I should have, so the wither skeletons couldn't get me. It was a good day. Well, would have been a good day if I found some diamonds. I didn't. Sounds nice, I guess. Really not sure what it's supposed to do with gold horse armor. There's no horses down here. Anyway, however, I left with my life and a little more loot, which is really all I can ask for. Went back home and put up some of that new fancy loot I got from the fortress. Ooh, that looks nice. And now I've decided to tunnel in the opposite direction of that nether fortress. Start a grid system. Hella efficient. Like I said earlier, this is the slow method. It's gonna be a lot safer. I've got to make it to 100. I found the fortress though, so is it really that slow? Took a while to get down because I'm so high up, but with the blazes I wanted to be careful. Yeah, it wasn't just the blazes, you gotta be careful with everything down in the nether. That wasn't obvious. So this fortress didn't have much in it. Maybe it did, and I'm just bad, but I didn't find anything today. So I just went back to tunneling. I'm sure I'll get something eventually. Tunneling my way downtown day 13 and found an ancient debris. Wow, that's like just too lucky. I can't mine it yet because I need a diamond pickaxe, but maybe I'll find one. I hope anyway. After another day of tunneling, I found myself a bastion. Could be one in there. Again, I'm gonna go very slow. I'm really not that powerful. I still have stone tools. There's also tons of gas around here. You know how I feel about the whites. So I got some gold, but one crucial thing I forgot is you can't mine it with a stone pick. Then I got a gold pick, and guess what? That doesn't work either. So I slowly tunneled through the bastion in hopes of finding stuff to make a better pickaxe. I got some iron, mined the gold, and I'm only a tiny bit embarrassed. After getting back home, I labeled all of my tunnels so I can remember where they go to. Then I gave my house a sign because in the nether there's not too much I can do to make it homey. And speaking of home, I think it's about time that I kill all of my children. Yeah, I'm just asking for pain if I use the ladder system, so I'm gonna build something new. I tried out a few designs today using fire. None of them really worked, but it gave me a good idea. For the idea, I need magma blocks, and luckily I have a tunnel right to some. I grabbed some magma, grabbed some stone while I was here. Didn't take too long. The initial prototype works good, and then the hogs will die and the items won't be destroyed. Doesn't take too long. I didn't have to get my hands dirty. Free meat. I also made sure to test my machine of death on children just to be thorough. Back to tunneling day 17. At the start of this video, I said diamonds aren't important. It doesn't matter why. I feel a lot better tunneling since I got access to fire resist potions. Even if I fell in some lava, I'd probably be fine. I didn't find any fortresses today, but I did find something almost better. Some warped wood, got the blue wood, and achievements. This was quite a day. Broke my pickaxe day 18 and then broke a fire resist potion. I was mad. You can see that. So I went home. Responsible thing to do. Figured while I was home, I would breed the hogs. I gotta figure out a better way to do this. I get bit every time. I'll think of something. For now, I'm going down to lava, which of course I did very slowly. My base is almost 100 blocks in the air. I like it, but I think it's getting down to lava pretty tough. So I'm making a staircase. It'll be great lava access, but I also want to get myself some striders. Sure, it's made of netherrack, but so is everything else, so I'm fine with it. Alright, now it's time to go get myself a used vehicle. Well, you don't look very happy to see me. Smart. Your life's only gonna get worse from here. Striders are a great way to travel in the nether. They're pretty fast, though they do make me a little nervous. This might be hard to see, but on the left of your screen, you might see the bastion that I found with my strider. I ain't going straight in, though. I went back home. I'll build a tunnel to it. Well, less of a tunnel, more of a super unsafe scaffolding. But I've got a fire potion, I'm fine. You gotta remember, I still have gold armor, my best tools, an iron sword. I went slow. Tunneling seems to be the best way to get around these things. It takes longer, but it's safe. Hey, you got a great piece of netherite. You still don't have any diamonds. I might get some diamonds at the bottom of the structure, but I'm doing it my way with a stone pickaxe. So it took all of day 23. But now I built a safety ladder all the way to the bottom of the bastion. Diamonds are useless if you're dead. Once I got to the gold room, I made it airtight. I took every precaution. And in the chest, I found some diamonds, but a helmet, which I probably won't even wear. Iron. I got some free netherite. I can't really complain, especially since on my way back home, I found a ruined nether portal. Nothing great in the chest, but a clock is pretty cool. Clocks are useless in the nether, but they're rare. You can't craft them. So it's nice decoration. Now that I'm back home, I think it's time to work on a better method for breeding my hogs. The idea is pretty low tech. I'm in the nether. Which everything is. I just dug down under the fence. They can still bite me, but not as well. And so concludes another hog humping tutorial from Luke the Notable. Day 26 is beautiful. Look at the haze, the ash. Went out looking for some more treasure at the lava lake, and I found some. Look at that. I killed quite a lot of them just by shooting from outside. And he just jumped in the lava. Then I went back home. I love tunnel. Maybe expand my garage. Working on a tunnel to the Blackstone Fortress and found some more ancient debris. I can't believe this happened twice. I also can't believe I don't have a diamond pickaxe yet. I keep breaking. It's so annoying. Alright, now I'm at the fortress, and luckily everyone's pretty much already dead. Because of that, looting was pretty simple, and I found myself a diamond pickaxe. I kept going. The bastions are big, I am slow, and I just found a diamond shovel. Oh yeah, very successful outing. Even when I fell in some lava and had fire potion on deck. Yeah, we survived. 8:30, I'm back home. Some pigment trading. I've got tons of gold I've got to get off my hands. Here at Notable Industries, we treat our employees like family. More chores, day 31. I've got to get some more mushrooms from a pig. some babies, killed some babies. It was a good day. All that time spent home killing got me looking at my land, and it's a little raggedy. So today I'm cutting down some nether trees, cleaning up the land. It's a tough process because you have to manually take out the leaves. During the process, I found a nice section of land that I think I want to turn into a more permanent residence. I've basically been living in my storage. So I cleared out an area and installed a nice red lawn. Then I put up some netherrack frame. I want this to look nice in the end. This is recorded after my creative video. I'm very limited on block types though, so creating a nice house is going to be a challenge. This is all frivolous nonsense at the end of the day, and the nether you're best off in a netherrack hole. But I've still got to live for 100 days, so I might as well keep myself busy and build a bougie house. Today I mostly played around with design. You like that nether brick trim? I do. Now that I've got a design, I can actually work on building this house. It already sort of feels like home. But my inventory's getting a little clogged, so I think I'm going to take a quick pause and make a storage room. I used wood for the floor because between you and me, I ran out of quartz. Whatever, at least I have more storage now, and I can keep on working on my estate. I should probably make an entrance. So far, I've just been jumping off the lawn. I went with a quick fix and connected my house to the tunnels. I don't really like it. A little sloppy. Yeah, currently the only way to go through the front door is to jump off an adjacent cliff, which is just so safe. Anyway, I installed a warped wood fence at Bluewood's Exotic, at least for me. And you know, I think it's finally time to put in a ceiling. But first, I need some nether brick. How intelligent of me to build a tunnel. Nothing happened. Got the brick. No big deal. I spent a good bit of time trying to make sure that roof was going to look good, and I'm pretty awful at roofing. Luckily, most of the house is inside this nether mountain, so I can cover up my flaws. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I'd like to build in only the nether. Timmy. Except I decided to upgrade myself to iron armor. It's better, slightly, and that counts in the nether. I'm also officially moving in by transferring my items to the new storage. That took all day, but at least I'm organized now. And now I'm taking out the treasures from my old storage. It's official. I've moved out. Some very important work. Day 38, I've got to make my storage room look pretty. You know, me 2 years ago would probably just leave it all netherrack. I'm glad I live differently now. I still don't have the quartz to update the floor, and honestly, I probably will. And right there, I'm putting a disposal. I don't really need a disposal. I'm not going to destroy too many blocks. I don't get very many in the nether page. Hey, now if I have any blocks that I have to get rid of, I have a spot for them. Looks kind of nice. And now I have a completed storage room with more space than I would ever need. No Minecraft house is ever done. They're always in a perpetual state of renovation. Today I just prettied up the side entrance. I think I'm going to use this as the main entrance for a while until I figure out a design for the front. After that was done, I noticed my house isn't symmetrical. At least it won't be too hard to fix. I only have to move a wall 1 block. Luckily, I had just enough quartz and got everything finished by the end of the day. Well, like I said, it'll never be truly finished. It's feeling a little bit like home. I've been meaning to mine this debris since I found this diamond pickaxe. Today was a good day to do it. Still can't believe I got 3 pieces just from tunneling. That's too lucky. The rest of the day I spent idle inside of my house. I've earned a little relaxation, but I'm back to business. Day 42, I could use some more loot, especially some diamond armor. Oh yeah, day 43, I found myself a bangin'. Of course, I started with a good old-fashioned drive-by that should take out most of them. I took a screenshot of the coordinates. I'll come back later. There's more loot to find. Hey, look at that. I already found some. Was about to go looting. I fell in some lava. Good thing I had that fire potion. Always carry a fire potion and a backup fire potion. You need a pretty awesome chest here, though. Got an enchanted golden apple. Oh, yeah. And the day got even better. There's some blue wood. Yeah. Going back home, day 44. It shouldn't take long. I really got that plot. After getting home, I started work on a new tunnel. You know how this goes. I got pretty close to the fortress and then was shot by a skeleton. But because I'm prepared, it was totally fine. I mean, my heart was going pretty fast. If I had an underlying condition, I might have passed, but at least my Minecraft items would have been fine. Anyway, day 45, I'm in the fortress, tunneling my way through. Oh yeah, this gold's going to good use. Gonna get more arrows to kill more piglins to get more gold. I just like to be safe, but even without diamond armor, these fortresses aren't that tough. The piglins are very dumb. I was done by the end of the day, time to head back home. Once I got home, I decided to work on my house a little bit more. I felt inspired, and what I really need is more room, so now it's time to expand. I'm gonna make a spiral staircase out of blue wood. How luxurious. I don't even have a plan for what to build at the top, but I love me a good spiral staircase. Structure's done by the end of the day, but it needs some polish. It's still mostly netherrack. I'll say this, all of the netherrack that I'm mining out here will be used for more tunnels. Nothing goes to waste in the nether. Occasionally I'll catch myself wanting to use different overworld blocks in my builds down here, but it's only nether. In the end, I think it looks okay. Oh yeah, glowstone lights underneath the stairs turned out to be a really nice touch. I'm also going to be expanding my fence a little now that I have a little more blue wood. The view, it's not bad. Like, kind of nice. For the nether, I'll take it. There's still no way to get to the front of the house, but I think eventually this will be quite the entrance. Enough interior design, I've got tons of netherrack. It's time to go tunneling. I think I'm going west. Could be east. I've been at a point in this place where I Just chill in my base, breed pigs, live forever. However the loot calls me. I want diamonds. I hate my iron sword. Hey, maybe I'll find some diamonds in there. The first 2 chests I looted had stuff in them, sure. It's the nether. I can't really get tons of items, so everything's kind of useful, but no diamonds. This mansion had 2 treasure rooms, though, and I was going for that second. Found a diamond pickaxe with mending. I know I wanted diamond armor, but this might be the one thing that's better than diamond armor. I also found a second diamond shovel, which I'll take, I guess. Alright, now it's time to loot the bottom section. A lot of loot, but a lot of danger. Luckily, everything down here is tougher than me. Ha ha! I got some extra gold. No more diamonds. I'm still happy, though. After getting back home, I had enough iron to make an anvil, and then combined my 2 diamond pickaxes to make an even better one. I was excited. Put netherite on it, too. This is awesome. With this new pickaxe, tunneling will be a hell of a lot faster. Get it? It's made of netherite, and because it's got mending, every time it gets low on durability, I can just mine up some gold or quartz and fix it. So now I can basically tunnel indefinitely. Maybe I'll actually find some diamond armor. Pretty early, day 52, I found myself a nether fortress. Less loot than the Blackstone ones, but I can still find diamonds. And hey, even if I don't, I'll kill some withers, get some coal, it'll still be a good day. But after just a little bit of exploring, I found 3. That's enough. You know, while I'm down here, might as well get some blaze rods. Good thing I accidentally turned on the mod that lets me get more blaze rods. For legal reasons, the previous statement was a joke. I'm going home now. I may regret this later, but I'm too excited. I'm making myself a diamond sword. And yeah, I'm gonna make it netherite while I'm at it. Really should have just waited till I found an enchanted one in some sort of fortress, but I couldn't wait. Had to have that netherite. I even spent a whole level naming my notable nether annihilator. Then I traded some gold with some pigs. I just had too much money. I mostly did it because I wanted to murder them all at the end with my new sword. But now I want armor even more, so it's back on the road for more adventure. Unfortunately, I'm starting to find fortresses that I've already found before, so that just led me to go even farther away. It'll be tougher getting back, but this ain't dirty bedrock. There's coordinates. I didn't find nothing, but it's about the journey, not the destination. Day 55, I started to find new things. I must be far enough away. Oh yeah, in this ruined nether portal chest, I found myself a second enchanted golden apple. That's big. If you eat one of these things, you can basically overcome anything in Minecraft. And now I have 2 of them. So this journey was already a huge success, but I kept going. Not like my strider gets tired. Right? The excitement ended day 56 when I didn't find much. I just headed home. My strider dock's pretty ugly. I think I'm gonna have to make a new one eventually, but I'm gonna put that off for another day. For now, I'm going for loot. I just want some diamond armor. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. This fortress had a lot of open space, which made me nervous, but then I went slow, and that made me less nervous. I spent 2 days going through this nether fortress and didn't find a single chest. Gotta say, I like the fortress in the basalt. Real nice atmosphere. Back home, day 59. Went through the side entrance. Maybe I should build a front entrance. This was my first design, diagonal. I thought maybe I could pull it off. Making it safe would be quite a chore, though, so I'm just asking for hogs on my land. So for safety purposes, I made the entrance straight, and it'll funnel through my old house. I used a base of soul sand so I can run up it quick. I've got soul speed boots. None of this is final. I'm just looking for a basic shape. Got the design, now it's time to make it look nice. A lot of quartz. Then I slated soul sand slabs, so it's super safe. I really just want to make sure this is airtight. I don't care if it looks a little funky. A hog can kill you if you let him. You know, you may not like this, but I like it. So if you don't like it, make your own 100 days. Do it. It's easy, isn't it? Feels good to finally use the front door for once. I spent another day making it look nice, adding trim, that sort of thing. The bottom was all exposed soul sand, you know, I had to cover that up. Then I added a pillar that provides no structural support. This is Minecraft. Last step was carving away a little more netherrack to make my view a little nicer. Like I said earlier, the view's not bad. The nether. You know, normally I go out for loot at this time, but I think I'm gonna keep working on the house. Time to do the upstairs. Just for reference, this is about how high up I am. It's really thanks to my pickaxe I can get all this construction done. I can't imagine doing this with a stone pick. Shouldn't take too long to get the base done. I'm going with the same design. Aha! Next owner won't even know I didn't change the subfloor. Oh yeah, and I found an ancient debris just randomly in the ceiling. That makes 4. I'm getting there. That was a lot for a day. I'll take it. No, there's no ceiling yet, but the first thing I gotta do is make a very special passage. I'm making a new lava access, one that's more direct. Really wasn't hard. I've got tons of netherrack, and if I fall in the lava, I've got fire potions. So there it is, my new lava access. It's made of netherrack because the price of wood these days is insane. Alright, I'm gonna pretty it up a little bit. Where it's easy, then I moved over my striders. I'm not gonna spend too much time as for those things. I guess they help me a lot. They're just so creepy. But before I can really build what I want, I need blackstone. Lots of it. So I mined blackstone. Would you like to see the footage? It's incredibly riveting. Coolest thing is I left with a clean pick thanks to mending. So the first thing I did was build off a little path from my lava access. And at the end of the path, I'm putting in some furnaces. You see, using lava as fuel, I can convert all this netherrack to nether brick, which I can use for construction. That's pretty much all I did that day. Took in my glorious industry. Okay, while that cooks, I guess I can keep myself busy. Just trimmed out the upstairs a little bit more. Some of it was made of netherrack. But once that was done, and I had a stable supply of nether brick, it's time to work on the bed bedroom. So a lot of mining today. Every build starts with it in the nether. You may ask, what's the purpose of a bedroom in the nether? Well, you can't even sleep. If you're old enough to add 1 to the day number, then you'll know why I need a bedroom very soon. I went with the same design as all the other rooms. It's patented. Don't use it. I'll sue. Oh, you know I had to place the bed on day 69. Sweet. If I ever decide to stop living, I have a convenient place to go. So you didn't like it, but then I added the lava feature, and now I think you like it. I'm in hell, bro. Gotta make a bedroom that you don't sleep in. No, seriously. Don't sleep in the nether. This is not a joke. Trying to save a life. Alright, met my funny quota for a few days. Let's get some work done. I don't want to use this side entrance anymore, but I've got a better idea because I'm artsy. Whoa, another spiral staircase, but this one in red. What will we ever do next? This'll give me a little better hog access. Should be safer too. Now it's time to make it not look terrible. Sometimes I struggle with this step. I think the snout stone at the top is a nice touch when you're going down to the pigs. I'm also looking to make this all more safe, and I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's a fence. I feel better already. This one came out a little forehead, but you know, it ain't too bad. We gotta know I'm flexing with those blue wood doors. I even have a nice area now to safely breed mushrooms. The whole process has been made much more safe. You know, it'd be kind of interesting to see what kind of hog farms you can make with overworld materials. But I wouldn't recommend it. These things are awful.
Yes. Suffer.
I have intricate ways to bring about the very process of life, but I still do not have diamond armor. I'm gonna leave the safety of my tunnel for a little bit, see if I can find anything. Oh, and this is why I hate gas. There was lava and fire, but I had a potion, and I saved myself in the netherrack hole. Guarantee if I wasn't fully fed during that, I would have been dead. You know, now that I think about it, being dead might be better than being stuck in hell. Got my eye on you, Gast. Don't try anything funny. Best thing I found day 74 was another blue wood forest. It's far, but I could always make a day of it. All right, day 75. Looks like pretty much just mining, huh? Gold. Yeah, mining. Little lava. Yeah. Alright, basically nothing. That was gonna be fun to commentate. Found a fortress day 76, and when I killed my first wither skeleton, he dropped his skull. Aw, thanks, Minecraft. You made that one easy on me. Later, I was going through the fortress, and a wither skeleton snuck up on me. Can you believe I didn't see him there? And with the gas shooting at me in possibly the worst position on this fortress, I decided to eat a god apple. I was still very much panicking, but I was extremely overpowered, so nothing could really hurt me. This was just a tough area of the fortress altogether. I'm glad I had my god apple for it. No loot, though. A couple saddles, I guess. I don't really want more striders. Surprise! That was only a resupply trip. There was a blackstone fortress next to this one. It was weird. There was like no piglins in it. Very easy to loot, though there wasn't much of it. But I dug down, found a whole hidden structure with tons of piglins. Here we go. I kept stealing. Still nothing awesome, but I can always appreciate some golden carrots. And I can always use some golden gold. Oh look, everyone's so happy to see me, they jump into the lava. There were a lot of chests down here, and almost all of them disappointed me. I did find a Fortune 2 diamond pick. No armor, though. And then I went home, which took most of day 79. This fortress was far away. I kind of feel at this point that I'm never going to get diamond armor, so yeah, I'm going to waste a piece of netherite to upgrade my pick slightly. I also made a looting 2 sword, because I think I'm crazy enough to fight the wither. Yeah, I'll fight the wither. For the vlog, but I'll need 2 more skulls. And all of day 80, I tried to get some until my looting 2 sword broke. I'll keep going.
I thought I enabled infinite lava.
I really don't have enough time to build an efficient farm for this, so I'm just running around the nether fortress looking for skeletons. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! 6 feet! I don't even know how many I killed, but I got that skull. Check it out. I still need 1 more skull, so I'm probably gonna be here a while. The drop rate really ain't that good. Okay. I am falling. Looks like I'm not too high up. Probably will just hit the lava. I drink my potion, and I should be good. Good thing no one saw that except the millions of people I have to share this with. I could have kept going mentally, but physically my iron armor was about to break, so I had to go home. Here we go, put the fresh bit on and the old stuff in the chest, because I'm a certified hoarder. Wow, what a convenient tunnel, right back to the area that I was in. Wow, someone thought of this. Someone smart. Patience is required for this. That's why 7-year-olds never kill the wither. Well, I didn't kill the wither until I was 24, and it looks like I'm gonna kill the wither again. Just got my 3rd skull. Now I'm gathering the items to fight the wither. I need many, and I'm in the nether. I really wish I had the resources for a dedicated trading center. I think a bunch of hogs are gonna kill my pigs. Stop! I need arrows. I have your family. I really miss the real world. I hope the wither kills me. Did I say that out loud? Sneaker collectors be like, I started with 3 piglins, and somehow only have 1 now. I wasn't recording for day 85, so I'm just gonna play this and call it day 85. I'm doing boring stuff anyway. Boring, sure, but very important. I'm trying to find a place to trap the wither. There's a bedrock ceiling in the nether, unlike any other dimension. And if I can find a perfect square of bedrock, I can trap the wither. Obviously,
Well, I
finding a
want it
perfect
to be
square of
true.
bedrock is gonna be quite difficult.
I thought I
The tutorial
made
saw on
that.
YouTube did
Is
this
that
with
the
creative.
case?
This one here probably won't work, but I'll look for another
I
one
changed
later.
my
I find
mind.
too much another act. I'm on the road again. I'm very tired, but really want that diamond armor. After tunneling
I
for
want
a
to see
while,
how
I found myself
painful
Blackstone Fortress
Infinite
and
Lava's
earned
gonna be.
myself lava. I got plenty of potions. My pig plug will hook me up. Anyway, I'm
You can
definitely
already
been
use
in this
dripstone to
fortress
make
before.
renewable lava anyway, so
I don't know if you can see this one. I almost missed it, but there's a Blackstone Fortress there. I got to the good stuff pretty quickly. Unfortunately, it wasn't very good stuff. Wiener shot, wiener shot, wiener shot, wiener shot, wiener shot. There's probably nothing to this, but I did have to kill quite a lot of piglins. Maybe I'll find some good loot. Oh look, another diamond pickaxe. This one's used. Spike 4 axe though. I'll take that. Might help with the wither. Later I found a pickaxe with silk touch, and that's actually really helpful. No armor though. My loot looks like this. I took another day to go through. I could hear more piglins. Figured there was more loot. No, more loot. Just piglins stuck in a hole. That wasn't a total loss, especially since I didn't die on the way back. I wasn't recording for the first part of day 90, but made sure I was recording for the murder of this child. Pickaxes I found had a baby, and now I have a silk touch pickaxe with unbreaking. I'll get a lot more gold this way. It's a little late. Trying my best. What I'm really doing out here is trying a new method for finding the fortresses. I'm just riding around some new lava lakes about 1,000 blocks away from home. Nothing too crazy. And I almost instantly started finding loot. But I'm gonna spoil this. The chest in that thing was absolutely awful. I looked up, found the fortress day 91, and with all my experience, this one was pretty easy. The ones on lava lakes always are. Dumb piglins going through, getting loot, living life, and the game crashed. Yeah, that is my desktop background. Looting the fortress the second time, knowing the loot wasn't great. Just I had a slight bit of hope for the last treasure room inside of this bastion, and I was going to take down these piglins when I dropped my sword. Didn't panic. They can't hurt me. Thought about my next moves very carefully. I knew I had to handle the archers first, and when I tried, they almost got me. They did not get me. In contrast, they were gone. My sword dropped on that ledge, so I just tried to make sure all the piglins were dead before going down. Got my sword back, and survived. Try to not do that again. Nothing even good in the chest. Ancient debris, but I find that randomly. Yeah, look at the other chest. What is that? Why? There really isn't time to go back home, so I'm just gonna keep on searching for loot. Very quickly, I found another fortress next to a blue forest. Nice. Oh wow, wonder what's in this chest. I bet it's nothing. Though I did finally think of a name for my strider. I'm gonna call him Property. Later, I found a ruined nether portal. Just more garbage. Found another bastion, day 93. Maybe this will be the day. Though it probably will not be. After climbing through the vents, I got real sus on the crewmates in treasure room. The big chest did not excite me, and the little chest had a diamond pin. Curse of vanishing. Ugh, I left it there. I don't need it. So disappointed. Then I got some gold blast protection 4 pants. I'm gonna wear these for the wither fight because I'm not gonna find diamonds. I guess the nice thing about the bash. But if you do get a little disappointed with the loot, you can always leave with gold. Wait a minute. A rogue chest. What's in here? A Smite 4 axe. So now when I get home, I can make a gold Smite 5 axe. The wither is going down. Unless he hits me like one time. With my inventory absolutely full, time to go back home. Nothing notable happened. I just dug back to my tunnel and walked home. I definitely would have got more loot throughout this video if I was more reckless, but I like my tunnel system. It kept me safe. Day 95, I made a Smite 5 axe. It'll make my netherite sword look like my withered gamer arms. And I grabbed all the gold that I had. I'm crafting a monument. It is an L that can be viewed from any direction and is not felt in any way. Trimmed it up with some obsidian because I don't have any other use to this stuff. You know it wouldn't be a nether monument without a healthy amount of fire. I'm editing this video, so I kind of have control, so I'm going to hold you here. Make you look at it. Isn't that nice? There's quartz on the bottom, the obsidian, the fire, the gold. That's a nice monument. I also made some high-quality strength potions, so when I hit this wither, he knows who's in charge. Day 96, I'm looking to do some real serious
That's
piglin trading. Gotta
cursed.
kill the tiny ones first. No, they steal the gold. They're angry at me now, sure, but once I throw them some gold, they'll forgive me. Remember, kids, you can shoot as many babies as you want, as long as you have money. You know, that last one might be a bit much, so if this video's ever not 30 minutes, you know why. Hey, I was able to get 5 in the hole, just like your mom. I came home to hogs on my house. This I hate. I want to fix it. I just have other things to do. Remember, that's a hazard. Oh, and real quick, I wanted to flex, got that water, drip, drip. Alright, another normal day in the nether. Time to run for my life. I'm gonna search
Yeah,
for
I
the bedrock
expected
square.
this.
I hope I can find one. Oh, I did so much mining. Had a pretty promising square, too. Not perfect, but I'll take it. And then the game crashed. Well, hopefully, at least some of my progress is saved? Oh, none of it is. Oh, great. I don't remember where that good square was. Sometimes I don't even remember my name. Luckily, I found one that was almost perfect. That was one block on the corner there, and I'll bet my life on that. I did one last look on day 98 just to make sure I couldn't find the perfect square. I did it. But if I was making a tutorial video on the subject, I would take the time to. So now I'm going to fortify the square I found with crying obsidian. Oh, I definitely think the withers can
Is this
be
a
fried
safety
when it
hazard?
falls into this. I think I'm about
It
as prepared as I
sure
can be.
is.
I'm serious when I say I wouldn't mind if the wither killed me. I'm not gonna
But,
make it easy for him. Yes,
as long as
that's
I
very
don't
ugly
do a
construction,
stupid,
but it
I
should
think
work.
I'll be fine.
Sorry about this, but I was recording for day 99. It was just me getting my inventory together for fighting Mr. Wilbur. My gear's far from perfect, but I've got a god apple. It'll probably be okay. So I just want to go on record and state that I really don't want to do this. The voices in my head told me to. Alright, now it's day 100. Time to fight the wither. And if I die, at least I'll never have to play this again. First thing I did was sprint down my tunnels to make myself hungry. I want to make sure when I spawn the wither, I'm in absolutely full hunger. Then I drank a fire potion and spawned the wither. I was so nervous I totally forgot to eat, but luckily it looks like my wither trap worked at least fairly well. Yeah, all I had to do was slap the wither a few times with my axe, and I did so much damage that the fight was over pretty quickly. You know, I'm glad that went well. It could have went really bad, but it didn't. So normally with a nether star, you can make a beacon, but because I can't get glass in the nether, it's absolutely worthless. Worthless is not the right word. It reminds me of all the good times I had, I guess. If you'd like to see me continue living in the nether, make sure to hit that like button. Though your efforts might be fruitless, as I really don't want to. It's just hard down here in the nether. I want to play with Tors. She's so nice. Oh, and if you'd like to get a better look at the house, my tunnel system, anything that I built in these 100 days, make sure to check the link in the description. I've got a download link there. Oh, and you know I gotta give a shout out to everyone that showed up to the live premiere of this video. Spam some L's in the chat. I love you. But that's it. More Minecraft content coming soon. Thank you all for watching. Stay notable.
Can I do this? Hell yeah. Whoops. stealing these. Pardon me, but it is for the greater good. Hell yeah. Oh, fortune. Oh my god. Yes, that's what I wanted. This enchanting table kind of looks different. Dang. Honey bottle. Oh, easy gravel. I wanted to make another Fletcher. I guess. Vein mining. Ooh. Ooh. Thorns. I'm gonna need XP. Lots of it. Oh yeah, the shield. Probably better if I go with the iron one. Idiot. Don't know how to get out of the water. Fast recovery. Woohoo. I guess I can fish for better enchantments later. I don't really want to go grinding. Is respiration really necessary though? Very nice. Alright, we've got enchanted gear. I'm gonna end things here. I think for now fighting mobs would be the most fun way of getting XP and efficient. Things are heating up. For now, I'm gonna spend the rest of after dinner doing some work like I promised I would.
Defeating the Ender Dragon, getting over 60 levels of XP, and the super rare Dragon Egg sounds cool. However, actually doing it can be quite difficult, but no worries, because in this video I'll teach you how to defeat it easily. Also, most people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe with notifications on so that you never miss an upload in the future. But wait, before we do all of that, what do we need to actually defeat the Ender Dragon? You don't want to travel all the way to the end just to get instantly killed. Now, there are multiple ways of defeating the Ender Dragon, but I'm going to start off by showing you the kind of traditional method of defeating it. To do that, you want to have roughly the items I have in my inventory. Let me break this down. You're going to want a pickaxe to mine some end stone if you need to do that, an axe to hit Ender Dragons or maybe the Enderman. You want the sword to hit the Ender Dragon or Enderman as well. You can hit multiple Endermen at once with something like this if you have to do that. You want full diamond armor, preferably enchanted. You can do enchanted iron. You can even go there with no armor at all, but of course the better armor you have, the safer you'll be. You'll want a water bucket for MLGing and also for protecting yourself from Endermen. You'll want some food. Golden carrots are great because the high saturation makes you replenish your hunger a lot. You'll want a bow, preferably with power 5. If there's one thing you want enchanted, you want your bow enchanted. I'd say at least 2 stacks of arrows. Less than that could be okay, but you want quite a few. As many glass bottles as you can fit, because you can get a lot of dragon's breath with that, which is kind of one of the main purposes of defeating the dragon. You want to bring some scaffolding. You don't have to. You can alternatively bring some building blocks. I'd advise you not to bring dirt, because Enderman can pick that up. But you can do that if you have to, but ideally scaffolding or building blocks, you can even bring both. Now, once you have most of these things, and you are at the end portal here ready to go in, before you do that, make sure to right-click on a bed outside the portal to actually set your spawn point there. The reason why you want to do this is that unless you're in hardcore mode, there's certainly a chance that you could die. And so basically, in case you do, you can come back and grab your items before they despawn. Alright, we're going to jump into the portal here, and we are going to defeat the dragon. Now, one of the big purposes of bringing the extra building blocks is that so you can basically make a little path over from the obsidian pillar you spawn at there. After you've done that, you can mine up here, or maybe you'll spawn over here. The obsidian pillar can be in much more convenient places. Now you're at the Ender Dragon fight.